audience is listening.
Please select a mission.
Boss, the CFA soldiers deployed to Yamasa have been annihilated. There are no signs of combat, nor any endemic disease. All the adults just disappeared. Only children were left. All those kids were ever taught was how to fight, and now they're free of the control of adults. They've become a regular bunch of marauders, raiding nearby villages, beating people and destroying property. Our contract comes from the government. We're to locate this militia, these kids, and kill them. But I say we do this the Diamond Dog's way. The government wants these raids to stop. We can see to that, but not by killing kids. We're going to disarm, demobilize, and reintegrate them. A DDR operation. To begin with, extract their commander to Mother Base. Once they lose that kid, the one they call White Mamba, the rest of the group will fall apart by itself. Capture the White Mamba, the child soldier's commander, and bring him back to Mother Base. First off, head for Yamasa.
Enemy presence detected. The map has been updated. Enemy presence detected. The map has been updated. Guard post captured.
Boss, you absolutely cannot use lethal weapons against kids. Fulton extraction puts a huge strain on the body. Too much for a child. To extract kids, you'll have to carry them to the chopper.
Please select a landing zone. Landing zone confirmed.
Roger.
Clouds approaching. Extraction arrived at Mother Base. Please specify a project.
This is B-Quad. Arriving shortly at LZ. This is B-Quad. On station at LZ.
If you get on that chopper, you'll be aborting the mission. Are you sure?
Extraction arrived at Mother Base.
He's coming too. Roger that.
Please select a drop point. Supplies requested. Supply drop complete. Enemy presence detected.
Your target, the
The
white
map
mamba,
has
showed up in the
extraction
village out of the blue
arrived at
and took
Mother
command of
Base.
the child soldiers. The surrounding villages have been victims of their raids and brutality ever since. But if you extract their commander, those kids will have no choice but to stand down. Should wrap up the whole situation. They're still kids. You can't kill any one of them, including the commander. If things get rough, neutralize them by knocking them out or by tranquilizing them.
You have arrived at your destination.
You can neutralize the kids, but they have to wake up sometime. You could carry them to the chopper, but we want to keep this mission short and to the point.
Okay, subject is in.
Arrived at Mother Base.
Carry him to the LZ.
Mission info has been updated. The map has been support helicopter requested.
This is P-Quad. Arriving shortly at LZ. This is P-Quad. Have arrived at LZ. Will stand by.
Extraction arrived at Mother Base.
Yes, mission complete. Boss, that was exceptional.
Welcome to outer heaven. We got rules around here. Never draw a weapon on a fellow soldier. You got that? Anyone here can use a knife or a gun. What you're gonna learn is how to use your head.
Let's move!
When you get that under your belt, then you're free to leave.
Job offers. The details are on your iDroid.
Please select a mission.
Welcome home, boss.
Please select landing zone confirmed.
Roger.
This is B-Quad. Arriving shortly at LZ. This is B-Quad. On station at LZ. Gaining altitude.
Mission list updated. Please select a mission.
2 engineers are being held in the observation post southwest of Ngumba Industrial Zone. Boss, your mission is to rescue them. The targets are civilians, 1 male, 1 female. They were dispatched to the area by an international health organization, but disappeared shortly after. Extract the 2 targets and help them escape the country.
Mission not accepted. Mission accepted. Heading to Central Africa.
two prisoners being held in a guard post to the southwest of Ngumba Industrial Zone. The targets are civilians, one male, one female. Apparently they're specialists sent out there to investigate infectious diseases. They were frequent visitors to that devil's house at Zoya Madipur. If you recover them, we'll finally be able to get first-hand accounts of what's been going on in that place.
Marker placed.
Be careful down there, boss.
The map has been updated. You have arrived at your destination. Enemy presence detected. The map has been updated. Extraction arrived at Mother Base. Enemy presence detected. The map has been updated.
Boss, an enemy squad is on its way to the guard post. Watch yourself.
You have arrived at your destination.
Check her face. See if she's a target.
Enemy presence detected. The map has been updated.
Hey, zo update is voorbij.
Wat is de situatie? Alle eenheden staan bij.
The map has been updated. The map has been
That's the
updated.
target. Looks like we found him.
I was asked to show that man around here.
He's coming too.
Dangerous.
Roger that.
Every second.
CPR soliduje. Ons heeft die gevangenen gevind en beveiligd. We moeten ons voortgaan. Voor. Dat is CPR, begrijp.
Analysis complete. Analysis complete. Sun will rise momentarily.
Subject on board. Leave the rest to us.
Analysis complete. Analysis complete.
Amazing, boss. Getting both prisoners out in that situation. Great work. Now exfiltrate.
Mission info has been updated. Please select a land support helicopter
Roger.
requested.
He's coming too. Roger that.
Extraction arrived at midbase.
This is P-Quad. Arriving shortly at LZ.
Development project has been added.
This is P-Quad. On station at LZ.
Support helicopter has arrived.
Gaining altitude.
Exfiltrated
That's
hot
it.
zone.
You've made it out of the hot zone. No sign of the enemy. Mission complete, boss.
Departing.
Extraction arrived at Mother Base.
Mission complete, and how? They're gonna tell stories about this one, boss. Boss, we placed the two targets in quarantine. They don't show signs of anything, but we'll monitor them just the same. If they had access to the Devil's House, I doubt they were sent there by some health organization. Cypher used them, and would have eliminated them eventually. But we'll protect them here. They've agreed to that. After all, we helped them out of the country as promised. The mission's complete. But boss, they've been behind the curtains at Ngamba. They examine the patients there nearly every day. They told us the patients were being made to listen to voices on tape. But the male target added something interesting. He said he doesn't know what was on the tapes because there was no English version. Of all the voices that were shoved down those people's throats, English wasn't one of them. Boss, staying on the battlefield that long will have a negative impact on your health. Why not head back to Mother Base for a shower once in a while?
The boss is back. Let's go refuel and load up on artillery.
We're good to go, Chief.
What's the matter?
Stop this! Now!
What the fuck, you freak?
Give me a hand!
Hold her still.
Dismissed.
Payback for how they treated her?
Doesn't explain the others. She had every chance to kill them. Tight security on her cell. This happens a second time. There won't be a third.
Boss, about Eli. I'd heard that one product of the Les Enfants Terribles project went missing in Africa. The age would be about right. Now, I'm not saying I think it's Eli, but I want to run a genetic test all the same. Don't worry, I'll have it done without him noticing. The test may take some time, but I'll tell you as soon as we have the results.
Boss, welcome home.
Please select a mission.
Used to this place?
I guess so. Yeah.
It's good.
Unit dispatched.
Unique, after all.
Yeah. I was confused by a lot of things at first.
Unit dispatched.
You're welcome.
Well, that's what
Unit dispatched.
everybody here treats you differently based on your color or country. In that respect, stay open-minded.
Yeah. I don't know what the future holds, but for now, I plan on staying.
Glad you're here. Looking forward to working.
Same here. board, just let us
Caution, rain approaching. Staff assigned. Please select a mission.
Boss, this contract comes from the Mbeli rebel militants. That's right. That general's fighters. Recently, one of their child soldier platoons staged an insurrection and split from the main group. Thing is, they took a hostage with them. The general's brother. His number 2. The contract is to extract both that prisoner and the leader of the renegade platoon. The message reads, I love my brother. You must bring him back to me alive. It also says this about the leader of the child soldiers. He is an excellent soldier. I want to persuade him to rejoin the ranks of the righteous. Sounds a little too forgiving for the man who ordered those kids dead at the mine. I wonder what kind of persuasion the general has in store. With that in mind, here are your objectives. First, rescue and return the general's number 2 as requested. Second, extract the renegade leader, and we'll keep him at Mother Base. In other words, extract both targets out of the region. Good luck, boss.
Please select a mission. Mission accepted. Heading to Central Africa. Clouds approaching. Clouds approaching. Please select a mission. Mission accepted. Heading to Central Africa. Deploying.
Mission objectives are to extract the child soldier's commander and their captive, the general's number 2. This child soldier platoon decided to break away from the Mbeli militants. They took the number 2 captive and have occupied an abandoned village. Start by checking that location on your map. Boss, the child soldiers will treat you as an enemy, but they're just kids. See that they don't get hurt.
Has been updated.
Be careful down there, boss.
reconnaissance is best conducted from high vantage points. I've marked a good spot on your map. Take a look at your iDroid.
The map has been updated. Marker placed. Updated. Enemy presence detected. The map has been updated. Extraction arrived at Mother Base.
Is that him? There he is. The commander.
Updated.
Extract him. Is that him? Okay, that's the general's brother. His number 2. Get him out of there, boss. Another group of child soldiers? No, must be a squad they had out on patrol. Security will be tighter now. Watch yourself. Boss, another child soldier has entered the village. Must have been out on patrol. Looks like they had more than one patrol out. Security will be tighter now. Watch yourself.
Post captured. The map has been updated.
General's number 2.
Good dog.
That's the target prisoner. He's injured. Looks half-starved, too. There's no way he can stand the shock of a Fulton extraction. Get him out by
Please
chopper.
select a landing zone. Landing zone
Roger.
support helicopter requested.
This is B-Quad. Arriving shortly at LZ.
Extraction arrived at Mother Base.
Prisoner doesn't look like the target.
Have arrived at LZ. We'll stand by.
Support helicopter has arrived.
You've completed your objective. Now get out of the hot zone.
Mission info has been updated. Support helicopter has arrived. Extraction arrived at Mother Base. Exfiltrated
That's
hot
it.
zone.
You've made it out of the hot zone. No sign of the enemy. Mission complete, boss.
Extraction arrived at Mother Base.
All right. Mission complete, boss. Maybe you'll actually break a sweat next time, huh? Boss, about how we report this one to the client. I'll tell them we took heavy resistance from the renegade platoon, and the hostage was killed in the firefight. Also, their leader wouldn't let himself be taken alive. I doubt the client will pay us for this one, but we got a big enough reward from the General's number 2 instead. And as for the number 2, he's saying he wants to join Diamond Dogs. I guess he knows what that means for him. He said, if I'm working for you, I can be number 2 or number 200 for all I care. Boss, we have an emergency. Many of our staff are falling ill. At first it seemed like a common cold, but before we knew it, blisters started popping up on their chests and... Damn it. I'll fill you in at the ACC. Just get in the chopper.
Mission
Look
list
closely.
updated.
Those are the symptoms of the infection on Mother Base. The blisters on the body were full of tiny worms. Parasite larvae, most likely. But we couldn't find any adults. It doesn't seem to mature in the body, like a spargatum. We don't know the root of infection, or what causes symptoms to develop. Boss, do you remember seeing these symptoms before? The bodies floating around in the oil facility, the bedridden test subjects at the Devil's House. This epidemic looks just like what we've seen on our hunt for Cypher. So this is the weapon of mass destruction Cypher was working on in Africa. Boss, the situation is urgent. We need to quarantine the infected and contain the pathogen. Priority now is to prevent more casualties. But the problem is, how do we tell who's infected? During the incubation period, we have no way of knowing who's clean. You'll have to try and guess who's infected before they go symptomatic and quarantine them. That'd be easy if we just knew the route or vector of the infection. From now on, if you even suspect a staff member's infected, use your iDroid to order them into quarantine. Given the situation, the men won't submit to quarantine just because I or the medical team tell them to. But they will listen to you. Of course, it's just a temporary measure until we find a permanent solution. But at least they'd be in solitary isolation so they won't infect each other, and we get the mental care they need. If we do nothing, we'll only lose more people. We have no choice. Boss, open your iDroid. I'll explain how to quarantine staff members suspected of infection. Go to the Mother Base menu and select Staff Management. First, take a look at the quarantine facility we've set up. We'll isolate anyone who's already symptomatic at the quarantine facility. But we have to expect that there are multiple staff who are infected, but asymptomatic. So how do we identify them? At present, we have no way to tell them apart. But there has to be something for us to go on. If you notice anything, reassign staff you suspect are infected to the quarantine facility. We'll monitor them and then contact you if there's a change in their condition. Correctly quarantining these asymptomatic infected will reduce the number of new infections. You should continue with your missions as usual. If Cypher is behind this, going after them should help us determine the root cause of this epidemic. Also, until we identify the pathogen, we can't fire or dispatch any staff. We cannot let this thing spread. Boss, get to the bottom of this fast. We're counting on you.
Select unit. Class staff has been quarantined.
All right. We'll quarantine the staff you specified. Did you figure out what's causing the infection?
Staff has been quarantined. Select unit. Staff has been quarantined. Select unit. Select unit.
Boss, a new job's come in. It's a hit. I'm the human trafficker who sent Shibani and the others to Nzoya Badiabulu, where you ran into Skullface. The thing is, this guy might know something about the disease that's going around Mother Base. The symptoms are similar to the ones we saw at that factory. Start by checking the mission details on your iDroid. Look closely. Those are the symptoms of the infection on Mother Base. The blisters on the body were full of tiny worms. Parasite larvae, most likely. But we couldn't find any adults. It doesn't seem to mature in the body, like a spargatum. We don't know the root of infection, or what causes symptoms to develop. The infection rate, along with the number of dead, are both on the rise. If we don't find the cause, and soon...
Boss, do you remember seeing these symptoms before? The bodies floating around in the oil facility, the bedridden test subjects at the Devil's House? This epidemic looks just like what we've seen on our hunt for Cypher. It could be a counterplay by Skullface.
That's insane. You mean they weaponize parasites?
Parasites as weapons. That definitely falls under the Biological Weapons Convention. But it's something the world would never see coming. And no one's ever developed a vaccine for parasites.
So this is the weapon of mass destruction Cypher was working on in Africa.
It may be. But if it is, how did the Yellow Cake and Walker Gears fit in? There must be something bigger we're not seeing. Anyway, our priority now is to prevent more casualties.
The medical team is studying the infection, but we can't treat anyone until we know the root cause. All we can do right now is halt the spread of infection. Remember before, boss? When Quiet attacked one of our guys on Mother Base, stuck a knife in his mouth. He's one of the very few soldiers who've had contact with her recently. Close contact. I don't think it's a coincidence that he was among those who became symptomatic pretty early on in this epidemic. Saliva and blood spatter, an open wound, mucosal infection. Whatever is causing this got inside him then.
Miller, that is a baseless accusation.
The source of the infection is Quiet. Everyone suspects her.
We don't know that. And we've come across these symptoms before. The bodies in the water at the oil-filled facility. Those sick people in the beds at the Devil's House. They're identical to what we've seen while we've been after Cypher. The infection could have come from elsewhere. But at the very least, she does know something.
It's not like she's gonna talk.
No, not through words anyway. What about her actions? Quiet held a knife to that soldier back then, before he became symptomatic. There must have been a reason for that.
A reason for shoving a knife down the throat of one of our men.
What if she's capable of identifying who's infected? What if she was trying to stop the infection but couldn't communicate that to us? The answer to that, the source of the infection, might be in the mouths of the infected.
You think there's some kind of clue in their mouths?
I don't know. But maybe there's something about the mouths of those who become symptomatic, something in common.
Something their mouths have in common. Forget it. We can't trust her. Even if she can spot the infected, I don't want her help.
I understand how you feel. But this is something to go on.
Can't you see it's just like I said? Bringing her here was a big mistake. Quiet is gonna be the end of us.
Stand down. You've got zero proof. Try to keep an open mind on this, boss. There has to be a way to identify who's infected.
We placed the White Mamba and the rest of his unit in the staff living quarters.
How's that going?
It's a disaster, but what else can we do? We've taken away his weapons and banned him from using his nom de guerre. Apparently his real name is Eli. He must feel like we stripped him of his whole identity. We'll let things simmer down. I put a guard on him for now. Still the question is, who is he? Where did he come from? And how has he survived?
He's still not talking.
No, he won't say a word about himself. But you know, it looks like he speaks English. One of the deck crew called out to him in English, and he said something back. He just lost it all of a sudden, started mouthing off at the guy, in perfect English. He wasn't stringing together words he picked up somewhere.
So English is his mother tongue.
He could be from the east, or the south, or maybe even further north or south. English is well established in countries all across the continent. It's rooted in Africa like a weed, or maybe parasite is the better word. So just speaking English doesn't help us figure out where he comes from.
Could even be from off-continent.
Right. In any case, We'll keep an eye on him. If we learn anything else, I'll be sure to let you know.
Please select a mission. Please select a mission.
Boss, there's a target on the run somewhere on the savannah. Your job is to find and eliminate him. He's a logistics officer for the PF known as Rogue Coyote. On the side, however, he colluded with the Buta regime, abducting people from Mbeli villages and supplying them as slave labor. That's right. He's a human trafficker. His victims ended up all over the place. Brothels, black market, organ trade, diamond mines. And he was the one who sent Shibani and the other kids to the Devil's House. But then an Mbeli rebel group finally added him to their hit list. The target decided it was time to quit, and now he's trying to leave the country. If he makes it back to his country, he'll be no more than a civilian, and he'll avoid facing a court-martial. Like so many other war biz junkies. I'll bet he plans on enjoying a new live finance with his blood money. The client's order is to take him out. How you go about that is up to you, boss.
Deploying.
Boss, the target is a PF logistics officer who works as a human trafficker on the side. The client wants him dead. He's currently on the run somewhere on the savannah with bodyguards. Unfortunately, we don't know what route they're taking. All we have to go on is a coded transmission sent by the PF at the Titati abandoned village. It appears to be a workup of the target's security plans, but to decipher it, we'll need an intel file with the encryption key. This key should be at the comms facility at the Titati abandoned village. Check your iDroid to see what the target looks like, as well as the location of the village. Find the route. Find the man.
The map has been updated.
Be careful down there, boss.
Marker placed. Extraction arrived at enemy presence detected. The map has been updated.
To the Titati abandoned village. That's where the enemy PF's coded transmission came from. There's got to be a transmitter there somewhere. It could have the intel file containing the encryption key. Look for an antenna.
The map has been updated.
hoor jy's besig met 'n paar winsgewende dinge. Jy begelei daai handelaar, korrek?
Ja, hoekom doen jy dit ook nie?
Ek wil nie betrokke raak by enige ontvoering kak nie.
Wow, cool it. Ek dacht jy het gesê jy het geld dringend nodig. Het jy nie so pas 'n laaitjie gekry nie?
Dis hoekom, man. Ek het gehoor van hom. Sommige van sy produkte word by die Devil's House afgelewer.
Waar het jy dit gehoor?
Jy weet, ek het 'n voeltjie hoor fluit.
Luister, as jy nie wil nie, is dit piekfyn. Moet net nie jou neus insteek.
Clouds approaching.
Ek weet niks. En ek gee nie om nie.
Slim, boetie.
Ek sien jou dan, skat ek.
Has been updated.
CP Zulu 2. Ons het onbekende wapenvuur. Posisie onbekend. Oor. Daar is CP, begryp. Alle eenhede, wees paraat. Uit.
Subject on board. Leave the rest to us. Boss, that prisoner you extracted was a civilian abducted by the target. He says the trafficker is trying to make contact with a human rights NGO. He hopes that by handing over his list of buyers, they'll guarantee his safety. But I don't get it. Why an NGO? Why run to someone else for help?
Analysis complete. Analysis complete.
You gotta extract him.
Analysis complete. Analysis complete.
Subject on board. Leave the rest to us.
CP Zulu 2. Geen teken van die vijand. Ons staakjes zoekt nog.
Intel
Picked up an
file
intel file.
obtained.
According to this information, the
Plant
target is
extraction
headed for Kojima
arrived
camp.
at Mother Base.
We also have his movement route. I've updated your map. Use the target's route to
The
locate
map
him.
has been
Eliminating
updated.
him will be much harder if he makes it to the Kojima camp. Take him down on the savannah.
Marker placed.
Okay, subject is in.
CP Delta 6. Onbekende geweervuur gehoord. Ik heet bevestiging op uw positie.
Analysis complete.
CP Zulu 2. Onbekende geweervuur gehoord. Ik heet bevestiging op uw positie. Stuur instructie. Oor. Er is CP, begrijp. Wees waakzaam en rijd die vijand uit. Uit.
Subject on board.
Please select a drop point. Dispatch requested. Analysis complete.
Onderzoek voltooid. Gearteken van de vijand.
Enemy presence detected.
Gearteken begrepen. Beeld verlaat. Model left oké.
Subject is in. Destination.
Subject on board. Leave the rest to us.
Buddy has arrived. Extraction arrived at Mother Base. Detected. The map has been updated. Enemy presence detected. The map has been updated. You've arrived at your destination.
I've marked a vantage point on your map. It'll give you a good view of the target's route. I'm sure you'll find a use for that.
The map has been updated.
I've
Marker
marked a good
placed.
spot on your map. When you're shooting from long range, remember it'll take a moment for the bullet to reach the target. Wait for the target to stand still or move parallel to your line of sight. That's your chance.
Enemy presence detected. The map has been updated.
You've reached the vantage point. Locate the target. Keep in mind that time doesn't stop while you use the
Analysis
iDroid.
complete.
You can even move around while using it, but pay attention to your
Analysis
surroundings.
complete. Analysis complete. Marker placed. Analysis complete.
Use a sniper rifle when you need to take out an enemy from a distance. Its scope will help you aim with precision, and you can change the zoom for a closer look.
Analysis complete. Analysis complete. Marker placed.
Is jy okay?
have arrived at your destination. The map has been updated.
He's coming too. Roger that. We now know the target's movement route. Check it on your iDroid.
Please select a drop point. Supplies requested. Supply drop complete. Weather will clear short market east.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. Whoa, whoa! Whoa, whoa!
Analysis complete. Enemy presence detected. The map has been updated. Analysis complete. Analysis complete. The map has been updated. Analysis complete.
You gotta extract him. Target extracted. We'll let the client know he's
Mission
been dealt
info
with.
has been updated.
Exfiltrate out of the hot zone by chopper or on land. Subject on board. Leave the rest to us.
Extraction arrived at Mother Base.
Whoa, whoa!
Analysis complete.
You gotta extract him.
Extraction arrived at Mother Base. Exfiltrated hot zone.
You're out of the hot zone. No enemy forces in pursuit. Mission complete.
Extraction arrived at Mother Base.
Amazing. Mission complete. That right there is why you're the best, boss. The one and only. Our trafficker was very talkative. Guinea pigs. That's what became of his kidnapped victims. Says he got a good look at that factory at Zoya Badiabulu when he dropped off some fresh guinea pigs for them, along with our man without a face. His instincts told him to run like the rat he is. Said it wasn't worth the money. Figured he could be next. That's when he went to the NGO for help. He thought that in exchange for his buyer's list, they could set him up with a new identity someplace far away. He had an idea who he was up against, and he didn't want to take any chances. A true rat. But like us dogs, he knew when he smelled trouble. And something else. He said the specimens come from deep in the forest. We don't know what he meant by specimens just yet, but those guinea pig symptoms match what we've seen on the infected at Mother Base. Deep in the forest. Maybe there's the clue we need to beat this infection. Boss, the truth could be right around the corner.
Side ops list updated.
Boss, we finally heard from
Mission
one of our
list
missing intel
updated.
team members. He says he has a solid lead on the epidemic at Mother Base. Take a look at the mission details ASAP.
Please select a mission.
Boss, the intel team's hard at work investigating the cause of that illness spreading through Mother Base. Problem is, a bunch of our agents in the field are still MIA. Progress has been slow, until now. We just got a distress call from one of them. He said he's got intel on the origin of the disease. But the PF in the area got to him before we did. There's been no further contact from him, but we know he's being held at the guard post on the western end of the mine. There's still a good chance he's alive. We can't afford to let him die. Right now, he's the only link we have to the root cause of the epidemic. Get our man back, boss.
Staff assigned. Development project has been added. Please select a mission.
Boss, about Eli. No matter how many times we talk to him, he just won't listen. He sees everything in terms of victory or defeat and still won't accept that you beat him. We're gonna have to put him in his place. Again.
Please
If you
select
don't
a
mind,
mission.
come back to Mother Base and go another round with him. Boss,
Mission
we
accepted.
finally heard from one of our missing intel team members. He says he has a solid lead on the epidemic at Mother Base. Take a look at the mission details ASAP.
Deploying.
A member of the intel unit has gotten a lead on the epidemic that's crippling Mother Base. The problem is, our man has been captured by the PF in his operation area. He's being held at the guard post on the western end of the mine. Boss, we need you to get him out ASAP. Right now, he's our only link to the root cause of the epidemic.
Please select a drop point.
Be careful down there, boss.
Analysis complete. Buddy has arrived. The map has been updated. Caution, rain approaching. You have arrived at your destination. Extraction arrived at Mother Base.
Check the VI on your iDroid. That's where the target is being held.
Enemy presence detected. The map has been updated. Analysis complete.
Is that him? Take a good look at their faces so we can ID the targets.
detected. The map has been updated.
He got out on his own. Boss, cover his escape, then extract him once the coast is clear.
The map enemy presence detected. The map has been updated.
Boss got an emergency report from the intel team. A vehicle has fled the guard post heading northwest. The prisoner at the wheel appears to be the target. Did he escape on his own? The target is no longer at the designated position. Find that vehicle fast.
Get him!
Mission info has been updated. Enemy presence detected. The map has been updated. Development complete. Development complete. Development complete.
Chopper. Can you carry him?
Please select a landing zone. Support helicopter
Roger.
Requested.
On station!
time to go. Gaining altitude.
Exfiltrated
That's
hot
it.
zone.
You've made it out of the hot zone. No sign of the enemy. Mission complete, boss. Warning! Mission complete. And the target's safe. Time to figure out what the hell is behind this epidemic.
Extraction arrived at Mother Base.
Amazing. Mission complete. That right there is why you're the best, boss. The one and only. Boss, the intel team member you extracted is gonna be okay. All thanks to your quick actions. He keeps muttering the same things over and over. About the pathogen, and the old man who knows how to treat it. Code Talker. He even told us where he is. This is our only lead, boss. Let's go meet this Code Talker.
Mission
Boss,
list
you
updated.
need to make contact with Code Talker, the old man who knows what the pathogen is. We have to stop this disease that's spreading across Mother Base. Select the mission on your iDroid.
Weather will clear. Short staff assigned. Commencing platform construction. Please select a landing zone heading to Mother Base.
should trust adults. I only hope he doesn't cause any serious trouble.
Has that rat finally accepted that he lost? Hopefully now he'll be a bit more obedient.
Extraction arrived at Mother Base. Development project has been added. Please specify a project. Please select landing zone confirmed.
Roger. This is B-Quad. Arriving shortly at LZ. On station